what if you're a writer performer and you want to act as a character in the show that you've written? Well, that's great. So that's exactly what I wanted to do, because I want everything to be about me. So I basically got I did little YouTube clips where I was basically Kerry. It was just on a little crappy little camera, and I recorded myself doing the mum's voice on a dictaphone, and then I put me acting off with the dictaphone off screen, acting as Kerry, shouting down to her mum, and the video was probably like 2 minutes long, and I did 2 of those, and I sent that off with the package, and that was enough for them to see that I could play that character. So yeah, people are asking, should we send it hard copy? Should we send it by email? To be honest, it's whatever you want to do creatively. Like, for example, we sent ours via email because we had set up this whole like Facebook thing that was online, so that was easier obviously to send that, and what I did is I put the link to me doing those YouTube videos just on the email. So that's what you've got to do. And the most important thing I'm going to tell you, and this is so important, last piece of advice: do not take no for an answer. So if you send these out and you get a no back, don't fucking listen to it. Just look back on your script. If you think that it needs changes, change it. If you don't, then don't. The very first production company we got picked up by, we had this awful woman who said, oh yeah, I'd be interested in developing your script. And we sat down with her, and she said, yeah, because it's going to be tough for you to play Kerry because you're not actually that well known. And do you know what? I think it should be something a bit like Lee Mack's comedy. I think that would suit it more. Sorry, you're looking at me like deer in headlights here. What's the problem? And Charlie and I left that meeting, and then we sent an email that said a very polite fuck off to that woman, because she was just a twat. And that's why I don't want you to be put off, because we were at a loss, because we just thought, what should we do? And we had enough belief in ourselves to carry on and not put up with anyone telling us what it should be like. We always take on board notes and stuff, but if anything fundamentally feels wrong, or anybody says that your script's shit, they can fuck off. Unless it is shit, then they can stay. And I think that is everything for today's session. So all I ask for you to do is, I'm going to go away. I did say I'm going to come up with a list of production companies for different types of things. So production companies for comedies that you should send it to, dramas, publishers for novels, etc., radio, comedy skits, all that stuff. But it will take me a while, because I have a 2-year-old who just needs my attention all day because she's behaving like an absolute pig at the minute. Let that just be a thought for you. And all I can say is talent always outs. Always, 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 always outs. All you have to do is to make sure you put yourself out there and you don't give up. That's all you have to do, and you will be successful. Unless you're just mad. Okay, I love you all. Take care. Cheers, all the best. Bye. And I don't know how to hang this up. So I need to put be Sue before you go. Well, I could be Sue before I go, but is anyone looking at the clock behind me going, that little face? face peeping out the whole time. Sorry. Oh God, I can't end this fucking thing. Sorry, one question. Oh shit, do you know what? I'll stay on for like a minute answering questions. Question, how many pages should a finished script be? It's usually a minute of screen time per page. So it should be, if you're doing a half-hour thing, which is what you'll usually be commissioned for, it will be 30 pages, your absolute maximum. Well, you can go 32. So that's 30 minutes of television. Or if you're doing 60 minutes, but you won't be asked to do that straight away. So just do... But stick to your 10 for now. Any other questions? Shane Cooper, UK, more of this country. Yeah, we'll probably do a fucking Christmas special or whatever. Anybody else? Any questions to do with the actual script learning? So just put IP. We don't want you to end. Well, what? Don't end. We want you to stay. I haven't got anything else to say, though. That's the thing. I panic because I feel... who was Nan? Oh, I can't tell you that. I've sworn to secrecy. How many characters are optimum? It depends. I think you should focus on, like, I don't know, 6. I say 6 being the absolute maximum for like your core characters, I suppose. I missed the script as I was at work. I work for the NHS. Do you have a script writing recap? Yeah, I'm going to put this back on live, and some little lovely little girls put it on YouTube or my other ones. Somebody's put, would you recommend RADA? Absolutely not. Fucking hated it. Do you know about illustration companies? No. An odd thing. From, guess what they're called as well? Planet Illustrate. Well, surely you know more about illustrating companies. Oh, this is another thing. Some production companies will go, oh fuck, why is this being such a cock? Some production companies will go, oh, we don't take unsolicited scripts because you can't fucking cope with it. They do fucking read them. They do read them. And I'd also put some agents, literary agents on there, who also, by the way, say, we don't take unsolicited scripts. And it's like, well, how the fuck do you expect anybody to ever make anything of their lives? If nobody's taking unsolicited scripts, how is anything ever fucking made? Do you ever ad-lib your script? Yes, I do, because I can't be bothered to learn my lines. Next. Why cousins, not siblings? I don't know. For pitching script, would this be the same process for pitching a cartoon, or do you not know? That's exactly the same. Exactly the same thing for doing cartoon. It also helps if you're an illustrator. But not so much. I mean, ask that Illustrate guy, he'll know. What's the biggest challenge when writing a script, do you think, Daisy? The biggest challenge is actually writing it. Because I'm very lazy and I would rather do anything else. I'd rather clean my toilet sometimes than sit down and do work. I'm worried I'm too young, even though my ideas are mature. You're never too young. The girl who wrote 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps was 16 years old. I'll let that sit with you. She was 16. How long did it take to get it on TV? I mean, for us it was like 10 years because we went with some pretty shitty production companies to start off with. And that's why I say to you, tell them to fuck off immediately if anything feels wrong. But it should have taken like a year of writing scripts. Anyway, right, I'll probably have to go now. I have story ideas but struggling dialogue. Any tips? like I said, if you go back to that video and just listen to how people talk, even like watch crap like Made in Chelsea or Towie, or they have a certain rhythm in the way that they talk, and that's a really interesting way just to let's start listening to that, and then write even what a couple of people would say to each other on Towie, and that's quite a good way to start. Was this country ever rejected by the previous company? Yes. But it's a very long story. And we were with... Oh, fuck it. Do you know what? I'm just going to tell you. We were with a company called NBC Universal that had a UK production office. And they... were having notes. They had an American office who would also have notes. So we did a pilot, which, by the way, was one of the most awful things, because we were pushed into it into an avenue that Charlie and I didn't feel that was right, and they basically made it like the OC of fucking Cotswolds, and we had American notes come back, and one of the notes was, the cast is too ugly, which was very upsetting as I was the lead in it. Right, I'm going to go now, fuckers.